Hi Ram everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to our political science class. Children, let us continue with our lesson working of institutions. See, in the last class, we saw that the Supreme Court, right? Supreme Court of our country asked the government to modify the original order. I'm talking about the office memorandum over here. Okay, now it was modified accordingly, and the new order was the well-to-do persons who belong to the backward classes should be excluded from getting the benefit of reservations. Rest all will be same. It was valid. Only this change was made. The rich people of this backward community will not get any benefit of the reservation. And accordingly, another office memorandum was issued on 8th September 1993, and all disputes related to this order came to an end. This policy has been followed since then, right? This I told you. So now let's continue with our lesson now. Let's move further. Need for political institution. We are going to talk about this. We are going to talk, is there really need of any political institution? Okay. Children, see, there are different types of institutions, some are not political. But as I told you, we are going to discuss only about political institutions in this lesson. Parliament, President Office, Prime Minister Post are all institutions, are all political institutions. Judiciary. Okay. So, before understanding the need for political institution, we need to understand what are these institutions, what does it mean? So, institution is nothing but an organization that performs function. Now see, what is the need for political institution? Let us find out. We all saw how the government works, right? We all know that. Governing a country involves various activities, such as it is the government that is responsible for ensuring to its citizens security, ensuring security to its citizen, right? And also providing education facilities to its citizen, and also health facilities to its citizen. It's all government is taking care of. Now, government collects tax, and all this money is spent on administration, defense, and also development program of the country. Also, several welfare schemes are formulated and also implemented for the citizens. Some persons have to take decision on how to go about this activities. See, as I told you, government has to perform some activities. So how to perform these activities? Okay, someone has to take decision. They are the one who makes law, while the others have to implement these decisions or laws made by them. And if at all there are disputes related to these decisions, okay, or the implementation of these decisions, there should be someone to find out, to determine what is wrong and what is right. Everyone should be aware, should know who is responsible for doing what. This is very important. Everyone should know it. And it is also important that these activity keep taking place even if even if persons in the key position change, that is the government change, the ministers change, that is even if the changes in the ministers, in the cabinet. So to complete all these tasks, several arrangements are made in all modern democracies, that is, modern democratic countries. And these arrangements are called as institution. Okay, they are nothing but institutions. A democracy works very well when this institution performs or completes their functions which are given to them, which are assigned to them. Every institution are given some work, okay, some assign some work, some job to be done. Now, the Constitution lays down basic rules on the powers as well as on the function of each and every institution. They have to follow basic rules. They cannot misuse their power. In the example, we saw this. We saw how this institution works. The Prime Minister, the cabinet, that is the cabinet ministers, are also institution. They all take important policy decision, okay? Working together for taking steps to implement the minister's decision is the responsible of the civil servant. They are the ones who implement the decision or law. They implement, civil servant, they implement the decisions. Supreme Court or High Court are also institutions where all disputes are settled, right, in these courts. Even disputes between the citizens and the government are finally settled down here. We saw this example of office memorandum where the dispute was solved in the Supreme Court. It is not easy to work with institutions. Institution involves rules and regulation, that is, their rules and regulation they have to follow, strictly follow these rules and regulation. They cannot work according to their wish. Okay, this binds the hands of the leader. The leader cannot make decision on his own or according to his wish, as per his wish. Institution involves a lot of meetings, committees, and also routines. See, Mandal Commission was formed, right? And they were asked to submit the report and recommendation. So institutions, many committees are involved. Now, as they sought to bring a law, how discussions and debates, take place. A lot of arguments takes place. This discussion and debates, often lead to delay and complication, delay of result, delay of reports because of these discussions. So this delay can be frustrating at times. Therefore, dealing with institution can also be frustrating because there is delay in taking or making decisions. Now, what happens due to this delay and complication? One might have feeling or one might feel that it is much better to have one person take all decision without any rules or procedure or meetings. We saw in our history lesson Hitler's dictatorship. He was not following any rules, any procedure. He was the one who was taking decision. But then, can we call it a democracy? No, right? We can't call that a democracy. That is not the spirit of democracy. One man taking all decision. Some delays and complication are very useful because every angle, every point is discussed and debated. They provide an opportunity for many people to be consulted. When many heads work together, the outcome is correct, absolute. Yeah. Now, many heads work together in a decision making, children. Many people work together in making decisions. Also children, institution make it difficult. Okay, these institutions make it difficult to have a good decision taken very quickly. They don't take decisions very quickly. All procedures are followed. A lot of discussions is carried out. Okay, but institutions also make it difficult to rush through a bad decision. If they rush through the decision, it becomes a bad decision. And that is the reason democratic government, they insist on institution. Okay? So now let us talk about the first institution that we are going to discuss today. That is the parliament. We are going to talk about parliament. This is also a political institution. So this is the image of our parliament, Indian parliament. Children, we saw the role of parliament when we studied office memorandum. Now, you tell me, was the decision taken by the parliament? No, right? Since the decision was not taken in the parliament, you might think that the parliament had not played role in it. Yeah, first let us recall. Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll just recall the story of this office memorandum. We'll see what happened. The report of Mandal Commission was discussed, right? Where? In the parliament. The President of India mentioned this in his address in the parliament, when he addressed in the parliament. Okay, the third one, the Prime Minister made a statement in the parliament, inform the parliament in both the houses. This shows that the decision was not directly taken in the parliament, yeah, but discussion in parliament on the report not only influenced but also shaped the decision of the government. They pressurized the government, okay, to act on the Mandal, yeah, recommendation. But if the parliament was not in favor of this decision, then it was not possible for the government to go ahead with the recommendation, that is the Mandal Commission. Okay, now let us see, why do we need a parliament? What is the need of a parliament? Very important. Okay, children, in all democracies of the world, an assembly of elected representatives, okay, they exercise or they have supreme political authority, right? Now what is this supreme political authority? Very big words. See, democracy, who's enjoying more power? The people. Why? It is the people who elect their representatives. And if the people feel the representative or the candidate is not good enough, it can always re-elect. Yeah, right now, and elect a new candidate or new representative. So, they are the members of the parliament, the representatives have supreme political authority. Okay, because they are there on behalf of the people who elect them. In such National Assembly of elected representatives is called Parliament. Okay, they are the MPs. Who are there in the Parliament? MPs, Member of Parliament. Okay, they are the central government. And at the state level, this is called as legislature or legislative assembly. The representatives here are called MLAs, that is member of legislative assembly. Different countries may have different names. Names may vary, okay, in different countries. But such assembly is present in every democracy. It exercises political authority on behalf of the people in many ways, because people elect them. They represent the people. First, Parliament is the final authority for making laws in any country. So where the laws are made? In the Parliament. This task of making laws is very important. So these assemblies are called legislature. Yeah, we say na, legislature, executive and judiciary. So they are the legislature. They are called the legislature. Why they are called legislature? Because they are making laws. So now, what legislature do? If I'll ask you, then they make laws. Parliament all over the world make new laws or change existing law or abolish the existing laws and make new laws in their place, right? Children, children all over the world, in most of the countries of the world, Parliament has some control over those who run the government or those who form the government. In India, we'll talk about India, this control is direct and full. Those who run the government can take decision only as long as they have the support of the parliament. Okay, this is what happens in India. Parliament controls all the money that government have. And from where government will have money? Through taxes, right? In most countries of the world, the public money can be spent only when parliament sanctions it. You can say on any schemes or on any people. Parliament has also takes care of the money matters. Now, in many countries, Parliament is the highest forum of discussions as well as of debates. These discussions, these debates, they take on any public issues or any national issues. Parliament can collect information about any matter. Children, now we will study about the two houses of the Parliament. But we will study about these two houses in the next lecture, in the next session. We will stop over here in this session and continue with the two houses of Parliament in the next class. Till then, thank you and take care.